Hi
Hi, everybody.
everyone. We are sensing this call will be about lions.
Lion.
So happy Lionsgate. Yeah, White Lions, Egypt, maybe Bosnia, maybe some of the other places that we'll travel to in future. Yeah, we will just see whatever comes up. Yeah.
I think this year's Lionsgates, I feel the wow. Like usually I don't really care about these kind of dates. It's like 11, 11, 12, 12. Okay, Lionsgate 8, 8, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Every month has something, right?
Hmm.
But yeah, ever since you sent me the video of the White Lions, um I felt a very strong Lyrian energy, um, and a huge significance, yeah, to how the lions are going to be a part of our Egypt trip this year, or actually it has been. Um, and your trip to South Africa will be opening the doors for future journeys in South Africa and connecting with the white lions. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mhm.
actually, I never even knew there was such thing called white lions until I think it was sometime early last year when during a very deep meditation, I saw like a white lion being. And the message for me was to go to South Africa to look for the white lions in the wild. So I was like, okay. And then I Googled and there were really such things as like white lions. It's just that they are very rare and currently in the wild, there are only less than 20 of them. Mhm. Yeah. And then, I mean, I was very apprehensive about this trip. But subsequently, more information came and it said to go on like the 8th of August to South Africa. Uh, yeah, and I realized, oh, 8 is like Lionsgate. It's like, okay, okay. And yeah, there was once I saw myself on like a spacecraft and it was like all white. I was like lying down and there were some Syrian beings. There was also a white Lyrian being, I think. And they were just injecting some stuff into my body. And I could feel this plasma like liquid, like the vibrations of that. Like it's like very thick and viscous liquid flowing through my body. And they said that that will help with the absorbing of the codes from the white lions because the codes that I will get from the white lions are codes that are ready for humanity to access. So I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, and then it kind of makes sense because I'll be going to South Africa. I'll be there for a couple of months, and then immediately after that, I will be uh traveling north to Egypt for our trip. So, mhm, yeah, it's interesting.
Bring the
Everything
codes
is
up.
linked. Yeah. Mhm. And subsequently, I watched that video, the one that I shared with you, um, of Linda Tucker sharing about the White Lions. Yeah. Linda Tucker actually has this White Lion Trust Foundation, and she has been advocating for protecting the white lions for decades. Yeah, like 2 to 3 decades. And her work is amazing and really like wow, wow, wow. So I actually didn't couldn't really understand at that point in time many of the things that she was saying in the video. But I just kept crying. I was like, my tears were flowing. There was a lot of, I think, I guess remembrance also coming through. And I realized that, whoa, this is a thing. So I started to read more about white lions and their role to play. Um, yeah. And the first location on Earth that the white lion was found is this region in South Africa called Timbavati. And that name in itself means in African something like the place where the white lions, where the star lions descend from heaven. Yeah. And so it's very interesting. So I sent that video to Shora, and Shora, what were your thoughts and things that unfolded on your end?
First thing, I saw Linda Tucker's face. I was like, wow, I've seen her before. Like, not really, but she's just very familiar to me. And in that video, there was a portrait of a white lion at the back. When I saw that white lion portrait, I just knew that it was a Lyrian being. And interestingly, Lyrians, I don't really connect much with the Lyrians. Sometimes they come, but very rarely. And this was the first time that it came through so clearly, like I'm a Lyrian. And I just knew, even though the face was like, like the nose of the lion and everything, but it just looked so human to me. And I felt that coming through the portrait behind her. And then subsequently, I got messages from the white lion the next day in meditation. As I was listening to that video, I already kept hearing lion heart, lion heart, lion heart. I was like, okay, lion heart. I went to Google if there's something, that is called lion heart. And that it came out as a Girls' Generation song called Lion Heart. And I was like, okay, but it's funny, but
Mm.
that wasn't the message from the Lion Heart. It was then during the meditation that it came through that the lions, when they roar, or specifically the white lion, um, it's sort of a symbol of courage, yes, for sure. Compassion. So the roar is not coming out of, how lions defend their own pride? Is that what it's called? Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And they're territorial, right? And lions, sometimes the energy comes off, like as humans, we fear because it's like, oh, they will kill us, they will eat us. And their roar can be intimidating, but yet at the same time, what it was telling me or telling us, specifically for us who feel called to something, like for example, you just know deep inside that you have a deeper calling towards doing something else that's outside your current field of work, something that is bigger than you. That is a message whereby, at the current state of the world, or sometimes you feel frustrated at the place that you're at right now, or the state at which humanity is at, or the reflection of that in terms of what we see on Earth and the things that are happening. The message is to not be discouraged by what we see and how we feel, because oftentimes it feels like, wow, there's such a huge gap that we need to jump. And there's so much work that needs to be done. And there are days where we feel a little bit jaded. We're like, oh my God. But when the lion roar in from deep within, it comes compassion because we see that the state that we are in right now, not that it's bad, 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 but we are a bridge. So there is a new frequency, or there is what in the spiritual world is commonly calls it the new earth or the new order or the new world. It's just a completely different way of living. Um, Even in terms of our worldview or our beliefs, it's completely different. In a sense where fear and lack and scarcity is so it's almost like negligent because we know the frequency of what the truth is. It's like the white lion telling us that your heart opens up, and then the frequency that comes through is the courage and the compassion to take whatever action that you feel called to take. It feels like a very deep, low, what is it called? I don't know the terms. Resonance,
Mm,
roar, that can literally vibrate and harmonize your cells. Like it's almost like a
mm,
calibration, kind of. Yeah, so that was the message that came through
mm.
from the white lion. Mhm.
Yeah, totally resonate with that. It feels as though it has to come through from that very deep resonance and to rise out as something new. And that requires a lot of courage because it will totally be like a totally different thing from what's existing now. Yeah. And that reminds me of the message that I got from the Sphinx 2 years ago when I led my first journey in Egypt. Yeah, it was during the private visit, and everyone was like having hanging out between the paws of the Sphinx and like just doing stuff there. But I felt called to just take a step back. So I went maybe 100 or 200 meters away, and I looked at the Sphinx from a distance, and suddenly I saw it in its original image, which is that of a lion. And the Sphinx has this thing here, like a small thing that comes out, right? Yeah, I don't know what that is, but when I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's the lion's heart. And the Sphinx spoke to me and it said, courage, always have the heart of a lion. And I mean, it's a very normal phrase that people may use. I'm not sure. But at that point in time, it just like vibrated all of my cells and really gave me whatever I needed to actually take the next step forward in my life because I felt called to go to the Middle East for 3 months after our Egypt trip. Yeah, and I was like, why do I have to go there? What do I need to do?
It
Like,
was also a very messy time
yeah, yeah, yeah,
in
yeah,
that
yeah,
area, like
yeah,
two
yeah,
years ago,
yeah,
right?
yeah, 2 years ago, and like bombings were still occurring in certain parts where um I was meant to go, and yeah, I wasn't even sure if I could get into where I
Mm.
needed to go. But quite amazingly, things played out well. And I think like 2 nights before I was due to go into Lebanon, the bombing stopped. And then I did like my whatever thing there. And after I came out, it started again. So I'm like, okay, I'm very blessed. Thank you. But I mean, I wish that all these things could just stop. Yeah. But yeah. Mhm. So yeah, really courage is needed to birth the new. Mm.
When you were talking about your Middle East trip and the new world or new earth and courage, the frequency of Christ consciousness came through. It's like because I remember you shared a lot of stuff with me as well, and a lot of, places that you feel called to go are places that Jesus has been before. I mean, Christ consciousness is one of the uh templates of the new earth. And I mean, in our Bosnia catch-up call just now, we also talked about Christ consciousness, and we talked about the lion and how, yeah, when one of us mentioned in Bosnia, we went into a shop and then she saw a portrait of a man and a white lion. And when she asked the shopkeeper who that man is, and then the shopkeeper says, "Oh, it's Jesus." It just felt so like, wow, so right to me, because when Jesus was spreading the teachings and sharing them, he wasn't sharing to prove that he was God or he was better than everyone else. It was what I feel is that he literally mm, was on a mission, whether he knows it or not, to, yeah, to, I guess, enlighten everyone that God is within them. And that even though he has all these God-like perceived healing abilities or psychic abilities, that actually every one of us have that within ourselves as well. And he, walked the world to share this, to remind people of that. And that takes a lot of courage, because I think what I heard or read before, that he was actually born into a very religious family. He actually doesn't agree with a lot of things. And then that's why there was a missing sort of time period of Jesus where he went to the east to seek. So he was seeking for the truth and what resonates with him. And then when he came again, that's when he, I guess, has cultivated to a certain level, to have all of these psychic abilities or siddhis in Sanskrit. The courage to step out of the comfort zone. And to believe in something completely, like, people just say you're crazy and that this is not possible, or sometimes even silence you, right? But with that, knowing that he felt it deep inside of him, he did what he felt called to do. I think that's, yeah, the message for everybody and for us as well.
And you mentioned the word belief. Suddenly I realized that, oh, like those miracle healings that he performed, they could only be miracles if the patient actually has the belief that they can be healed. Yeah. So if they didn't have that belief, those miracles could not happen. So it wasn't actually because of Jesus, it was actually like a co-creation. Yeah. And so, yeah, I think believe in yourself, and the belief that you will always be supported, every step of your journey. I think that is important as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just having a conversation with a friend yesterday, and we talked about beliefs as well. And we also talked about, the new world or the new earth, and a reality that is possible in the future. It is already here in a sense. But for us to live it, humanity as a collective, because our beliefs are actually frequencies, right? So it's like projecting, projecting, projecting. And when everybody believes in the same things or keep running the same frequency, it then becomes real, because everybody's sort of beliefs collide and overlap, and then it becomes dense and therefore real, like our reality. So in order to birth the new world or new earth, also it starts from our beliefs. Yeah, I mean, over the past 3 years, my belief systems have completely restructured itself,
Yeah.
especially around like doing action, like work in general, and money. Yeah, these two things, how money can come to us, or what even is money, currency.
Mm.
Uh, if I'm doing nothing, I'm not unworthy. You know, those kind of beliefs that a lot of people still have. And sometimes when I talk to my parents, I'm like, whoa, these beliefs, wow, still so real. You know, it's like, whoa. Or like when I go back to Singapore and I don't know, have conversations with my family members, some of them, it's not that I don't see or I don't accept their beliefs. I think I'm at a place now where I'm more accepting. In the past, perhaps it's like, whoa, so divergent that I'm like, wow, like the frequency feels so heavy to me. But now that I've integrated and seen through a lot more, I'm like, yeah, okay, this still exists, yes, and it's a reflection back to me, like where collectively our consciousness and beliefs are still at.
Mm.
Obviously, it has improved and it has expanded. So expansion is always default. We're always
Mm.
expanding. So that's a good sign. But yeah, beliefs are it's a core component within the whole system, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
and it's
courage is
interesting you
important.
yeah, courage. And it's interesting you mentioned Singapore because we are both from Singapore and Singapore is actually called the Lion City. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Singa
Interesting.
actually means lion, right?
Yes, Singa means
Mm.
lion, and this morning meditation, the red lions came in. I was like, red lions? Like, what are red? So what is the red lion? And then I realized that during our national day, which is 9th of August, one day
Mm-hmm.
after 8/8, um, the people who jump off the helicopter is it the
The,
helicopter?
the, the, the yeah,
No,
yeah,
no,
the
no, the
parrot.
transport plane. And the parachute down. And they're the red lions. They're called the red lions. And then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, before we started this recording, we were talking about like red lions. Like, is red lion a thing? Is red lion the normal lion? Pei was like, oh, red. It's like, oh, and then that got us to realize that, oh, interestingly, Singapore is called the Lion City, and Singa means lion. And then the whole like realization of actually having a Singapore passport helps us with our grid work a lot because we get very easy access to a lot of places
Mm.
as compared to other passport holders. So thank you, Singapore.
Yes.
Very
Thank
grateful for
you.
that.
Yeah, our passport is red also, and yeah, number one passport in the world, right? Is it still
I have
number
no
one?
idea, but it's very useful. Yes,
Yes. Yeah.
very, very useful. Easy to travel, especially when, yeah, like, going to Egypt or going to places that are stricter. I mean,
Mm.
I'm sure the passport helped you in going into Middle East
Oh,
a
for sure.
lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, passport. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mhm.
Mm.
So I feel that the lion thing is related to Egypt, and the video where Linda Tucker was talking about um what was she talking about? She made some reference to
The line,
Egypt.
right? Yeah.
Oh
The
yes, the
golden
golden,
meridian.
yeah, golden meridian line that runs through, is it Timbavati?
Yeah, basically from Kimbawati, south of Africa, and also
Yeah,
the African continent, and goes north and all the way
Egypt.
through Sudan, Egypt, through the
Mm-hmm.
the, the Great Pyramid
Mediterranean.
area, Giza. Yeah, it's like directly, not just any part of Egypt, but
Because last year we had a little bit of a different itinerary where we felt called to stay one night in Abu Simbel, which is um quite very down south, where most people only mostly people would just go to like Aswan. Unless
Mm,
they want to see Abu Simbel Temple, then
mm,
they do a longer flight down to Abu Simbel or like a 4 hour drive from Aswan, which is what we
mm,
did. And um the temple was fine, but the land in itself was very I don't know what's the word, like rich in what, like primal energies. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. Like
mm,
creation came from down south there.
mm,
And when we stayed one night at Abu Simbel, I could feel like the tribes, like the African tribes, not just like the Nubians that are also within the south of Egypt, but all the way down. And somehow it felt like the Nile water runs through from Africa, South Africa, all the way up. Maybe in the past it was. Now I'm not sure if it's still or it has dried
mm.
up. Or I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I,
Um,
I think the Golden Meridian line was actually where the Nile was in the past. And then that the Nile River actually shifted. Yeah, so actually
wow.
the Nile used to run through Giza or something. Right,
Oh,
right. I think was it Ahmad or
when
whoever was talking about this?
Ahmed help. We need to fact check ourselves, but anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Nile. So it felt like we were bringing some coats up from Abu Simbel to Giza because we ended our trip at
Mm,
Giza. Our second last day or third last day was 11/11 basically was at the Great Pyramid.
mm,
Um, and yeah, this year, even though we're not staying there, we will be staying at the Nubian village, which I feel has sort of a similar energy as well and less intense. Abu Simbel was very
mm.
intense for me. Like the whole night, ever since we like landed there, I just had like this huge headache that actually I'm feeling now also, which is weird. Like here
Okay.
around the third eye area, like this whole region, basically. And I usually don't have headaches. So I felt it like always in Egypt, like down south, I will feel it. Up
Mm.
in Cairo, not so much, but Aswan, Luxor area. And the more south I go, I feel like it's like a magnet, like two magnets putting beside my head and like repelling or like, I don't know. So it was very, very strong. And yeah, I felt like when we were there, we unlocked something or something was reignited. But I didn't know what it
Yeah,
was. But it just felt very primal.
yeah, yeah. Last
So,
year, yeah, we actually felt called to stay one night at Abu Simbel. And after we went more north, I sensed that the work that needed to be done was done. We basically brought something from Abu Simbel across the dam. Yeah, there's like this dam that was built somewhere between Abu Simbel and Aswan. And because that dam was built, I think some energy or something was blocked in the now. Yeah, but
yeah,
when we went there after that, it we did something, and therefore this year it is no longer necessary to go
go
there
to
again.
because
Yeah,
it's already enough.
yeah.
Yay!
I mean, we did whatever needed to be done. I also don't know what lah, but whatever. Lor. That's just the feeling that I got. Yeah.
It's
Mm-hmm.
interesting you mentioned the dam because when I was looking at the map of the Nile and after the lion video, I felt something about the water and the dams were very wrong. Like in a sense, they were
Very wrong.
manipulating some energies, or the flow of water that I couldn't put into words, but I was like, it's more than just a dam or like, trying to save the water reserve. Yeah, and then you mentioned this, which makes sense.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. So what other new things we will be doing this year for Egypt?
Great
Mm.
Pyramid on the 1st November. Is that
First
confirmed
November,
yet?
yeah. Yeah, yeah, confirmed. Yeah,
Confirmed.
yeah. Yeah.
Very interesting, yeah. Because usually we have our Great Pyramid private visit on 11/11, which is towards the end of the trip. It's like
Mm,
climax.
mm,
But this year suddenly it's not available on the 11/11. And we're
mm,
like, oh no. And we are traveling. We're not just like in Giza, we are always moving every 2, 3 days. So the only other time slot was 1st of November, which is the day of arrival in our original itinerary.
mm,
So we're like, is that gonna be a little bit too much for everybody to just, okay, I just landed like four
mm,
hours ago, and now we're going for the Great Pyramid Pie visit. But it feels like, mm, I don't know, it's like a foundation or prep for 11/11, even though we're not gonna be there, but the other people will be there. And I'm
mm,
sure a lot of other groups during 11/11, they will also be around Giza or in Egypt if they feel the calling. So it felt like building some foundations before what's to come.
mm. Yeah, that date actually feels very right. I don't know if it has got to do with like the White Lion codes or something, like to bring those codes and I don't know,
Directly
share
there because
them.
you'll be coming from directly from South Africa, right?
Yeah, 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 directly from South Africa. And then, don't know, Great Pyramid. And then maybe it's for the other people that will come after us. Yeah.
To
So
receive those
maybe,
codes.
yeah. And yeah, maybe our group this year, there are other things that need to happen, you know?
Other thing,
So
so
other
mysterious.
things, I don't know
We
what.
don't know.
I,
Well,
we don't know. Yeah. Because everyone, has a part to play. It's a piece of the puzzle. Everyone will bring something to the table. Yeah. And what we've noticed in our previous journeys together with our groups is that we receive the most, not just from the journeys, from the land itself, but also from the people that we travel with. Yeah. Mhm. So that is always like question mark, and we won't know how things will play out. Yeah. Mhm.
and we don't know who is coming yet.
Yes. Mhm. Yeah. So if you feel the call, then join us, lor. Mm.
Check it out. Check it
Mm.
out. Tune in and check it
Yeah.
out.
We'll have 7 private visits, new places this year that we haven't done private visits in before.
Mhm.
Feels like a lot will happen. Yeah.
It's like, oh, and we will spend quite some time in Egypt as
Yeah.
well.
Yes. I
So
was just thinking about that. Because after the
maybe
main journey ends, we will have another week. It's an extended trip, only available to our Egypt participants and also those that have traveled with us in the past to Egypt. Yeah, we'll be going to the Siwa Oasis, staying in the desert.
yeah, I think that will be very an adventure.
Yeah. Yeah, because the Siwa thing also came through very strongly when I was at the Sphinx last year. Yeah, it's also
Oh,
the lion thing. I'm just wondering I don't know how all the threads will connect someday. And yeah.
yeah. So we feel like the Egypt trip this year will be sort of like a finale for this set that we've had for now. And then it does feel to me that next would be South Africa, which in the QHHT it came through like to my pleasant surprise. My
Mm.
subconscious, my guides were like, oh, South Africa. Peru, yes, I mean that you already got. New Zealand is another one which also surprised me.
Mm.
But I was like, wow, South Africa. Thank God Penning is going first.
Yeah, so I actually did like a quantum hypnosis session thing for Shora because we wanted to find out what's the overarching significance of all these journeys that we have been called to host and to bring people through. And also what's like the connection between Bosnia and Egypt, because we also just finished a journey in Bosnia about a month or so ago. And so that also came through in the session, which we will somehow link to this video and you can watch it if you are interested.
I feel like Egypt holds remembrance as well. And Egypt and South Africa is very linked. Yeah, which energetically it feels very right that after the Egypt trip has culminated, then it's South Africa. And I guess Bosnia will run alongside it in the same year.
Yeah, yeah,
One
yeah, yeah.
summer and then one towards the end of the year.
Mm.
And what came through was the master switches in the session is an interesting way to describe the nodes of the grid, I guess.
Mm.
What came through was that in part of the reason why we are hosting these journeys and the people that feel called to our journeys, that have journeyed with us before and will journey with us, all play a role in activating this master switch. It's like when a lightning strikes your house and then your, what's that, electrical box trips. And you need to go there to then, like fix it and switch it on again. And then the whole house will light up again. It feels like that. That
Of Jay.
mm, J or lightning strike.
So because Jay is a friend of ours, he came to Egypt with us last year, and he is an American that bought a piece of land on the Pyramid of Love in Bosnia. And during our trip, we actually brought everyone to visit him, and we gifted him like this copper pyramid thing. And after setting it up, I think the next day or something, um, lightning struck his house. And
There
his
was lightning
friends
when we
that
were there as well.
oh
Remember,
yeah
we were
yeah yeah
sitting out
yeah yeah
and it was
yeah
right, and we were not moving. We were like, we're safe. I
yeah,
was like,
and
are you
it's like
kidding?
summer, like it's so weird. Super weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he has friends all over this town, and they were like calling him the next day and like, hey Jay, I saw lightning striking your land. It's very prominent, from where I'm living. And what has happened? Are you okay? So multiple people called him and told him that. So it's like so funny.
It's very funny because our trip we went to Fayum, the whale, the what's it? Suddenly forgot what's it called. Whale
The
desert? Desert whale?
Valley of the Whales.
Oh, the Valley of the Whale, desert whale. Yeah, and Egypt, out of all the places that can rain, like Egypt, like there was a storm when we were at the Valley of the Whales and there was a
Yeah.
lightning.
Yeah.
And even our tour guide was like, what are you guys doing? What do you do? He,
I've never seen rain
he's
here
so,
ever.
yeah, like no, out of the many times he's been there, I think I asked him, how many times have you been here? He said like 20. It's like, is this the first time? Or like, is this, maybe quite common because Egypt does rain like 5 times a year or something like that.
Not the
Like,
desert though. Like the desert only
yeah,
rains like maybe once every few years or something.
yeah, but
Yeah.
there was a thunderstorm that day. And I was like,
Mm.
are we safe? We're in the desert and like, what's the tallest thing? That palm tree that's not quite very tall, or like that date tree or whatever tree that is. Yeah, and we had to hold it off a little bit because we had to drive through the desert to get to the museum, I think.
Mm,
Yeah, we were
mm,
going
mm.
somewhere. And yeah, won't be fun if it struck our car. Especially with Jay. I don't know whose car Jay was in. Not
My
mine, I
God,
think.
my God.
Yeah, so he's the lightning bringer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the master switch. It feels like these places that we are at, or we feel called to, Egypt, Bosnia, I don't know, South Africa, Peru, New
Peru.
Zealand. And somehow something will activate there, and the sub switches will turn on. Yeah. So it feels kind of like the meridian points also, because we have the core like seven chakras, seven nine or seven within our body. And even though there are only seven, but we all know that there are like hundreds and thousands of meridian
Mm,
points or chakras or uh, energy channels that are in
mm,
our body. In yoga, when we work on a specific like main what is called master switch as well, then the rest sort of handles itself,
mm,
takes care of itself. Yeah.
mm.
So it feels like that. I mean, obviously the universe, we're part of, we're like the, I don't know, the cell inside the body of the universe.
Mm.
Um, and we're just, sliding through the veins and the intestines of the universe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and the master switches on Earth actually connect to other places in other star systems or something, right? Like
Yeah, I
what
say
was
that.
it that you said something like, yeah, the master switches on Earth connect to the master switches in the universe, like other places
Oh,
in the
yes,
universe.
yes.
And
Yes, what I saw was the visual I saw was like this huge like thing that have like different nodes. It's kind of like when you're flying in the sky, like you're landing in a city, and then you see all the lights on the ground. But then I felt like, and I knew that it wasn't just Earth, it was like the whole universe and the entirety of us. And that this switch is not just linked to the like points on Earth, but also outside.
mm,
And so when it lights up or it activates, it also affects other races or other beings, or maybe us in a parallel dimension. Mhm.
mm, mm. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. And somehow it feels to me like when the switches are activated, um, information comes through. Like there's a connection, there's a link or bridge that's been established, and information gets transferred.
Last year, we also did receive some stuff about the 12 gates. Remember?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I felt like, oh yeah, when the master switch is on, and then what you said about it connects to the other switch. It's like a wormhole that
Mm, mm, mm.
then information can come through, or even beings, I don't know, can come through because
Connect with us a bit
yeah,
more lah. Yeah. Mm.
yeah, to connect with us a bit more. Because I know, or what has came through the session also was about the high council thing, right? I was brought to I was brought to this like high council place outside of Earth. But then there is also a place that felt very called in Bosnia that I haven't been to, but it's on my list to like I feel that magnetism towards that place. And so one of my questions was why? And they said that, oh, it's also one of the spots where the High Council hold their meetings, and an aspect of us actually goes there often. That one of the messages was that if we visit that place, it will be very beneficial in receiving or integrating that part of us, that little bit of that part of us into us. And that will have a transference of whatever information, wisdom that will then be passed on however it wants to be.
Mm-hmm.
So it yeah, I remember when the 12 gates came, I was like, so weird. Like, what 12 gates? And until today, I'm still like, 12 gates? Like, what do you mean? Are they
Mm,
portals or whatever? I think there are so many different terms to describe what the gates is. Stargates, portals, or I don't know. Um, to me, it's just sort of an opening where energy can come through. And energy can be in the form of beings, entities, wisdom,
mm,
or just pure feeling, like frequency itself. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
So when more of these places are connected in a sense, then more and more and more, like we will be connected not just with each other more and more, but also with the parts of ourselves that are not in this life or a fractal of us somewhere else, more and more and more. And
Mm.
then that's where we, I don't know, the word is unite. That it feels so
Integrate also.
integrate. Yeah, unite feels
Mm.
a bit weird, but yeah, integrate and harmonize. Yeah, converge, convergent.
Convert. Yeah, yeah.
Which reminded me of a conversation I had with my friend again yesterday. We talked about a lot of things, and he said something along the lines of like a musician told him, like he had a random conversation with a musician. If you play a C note on the piano, that note resonates with the other C's in the like outside the octave.
It's something like we think this note is one frequency, but it's not. It
Ah,
actually is this main frequency, but it also has like the frequencies of all the other Cs. So everything is connected. Yeah.
yeah.
And it also has like frequencies of the other notes as well, all
Oh.
within one note, but it's just a different degree. So like the frequency of this note will be like there's this much, and then for other notes there will be like different
Mm.
amounts, and yeah.
When he said that, what I felt was like that plant that has the frequency of that C note will resonate as well when you play the C.
What
Like,
plant? Oh yeah, yeah,
no,
plant.
no, I mean like I mean like anything around us.
Anything. Yeah.
So which is like fascinating, It's like, whoa, I've never seen it in that way before. Because then like imagine someone playing like a piece of classical music on the piano, and then
Mm,
everything around is just like singing with it.
yeah. Yeah. And actually there are 12 notes.
What do you mean?
In music, there are 12 notes.
Oh, 12. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay. I just realized, wow, so maybe I have to take out your
12 notes,
keyboard
12 gates.
to play all the notes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, one octave there is 12 notes.
Wow.
Like the white and the black keys add
The
together.
black.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so frequency vibration. I mean, Nikola Tesla said it right. If you want to understand the truth of the world, you need to see it in terms of
Mm,
frequency, vibration, and energy.
energy.
Yeah,
Mm.
now it feels complete. Okay,
Okay, yay.
yay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if you have any questions about Egypt, feel free to reach out to us. More information will be in the link in the description box below.
Yes, yes. Yeah, the message that I received was the people for this year's trip will come through the Lion's Gate.
So are you on the Rians?
I'm like, oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll come through the Lion's Gate. What I see is like a
Whatever that
hole,
means.
and then the humans coming out of that hole. So funny.
Mm.
Okay, so we'll see you in Egypt or somewhere in the world.
Egypt or wherever when we see you. Yeah. Okay.
Hmm?
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.